Welcome to the 5th episode of Gents Talking Current Events. I'm Paul, this is my brother Joe, and our nephew James. And before we get started, I just want to say, be completely honest, we're just three guys that enjoy having conversation with each other and company and smoking good cigars and having a drink. We're amateurs, we're just talking. So if you happen to like what we're saying, that's great. If you happen to get offended, even better. No, but all joking aside, please like, comment, let us know either way what you think, and subscribe. Very important to subscribe because if I'm understanding correctly, we are like 4 or 5 or 6 subscribers away from 1,000.
No.
Well, we're close. Probably within. What?
No, we're at 16 subscribers.
16? We need 16 more to get to 1,000.
No. We are at 16 subscribers. We have 16 subscribers.
Oh,
1-6.
Yeah.
1-6.
We have more family than that.
Yes.
Well, we better get on them.
Someone needs to start talking.
All right, we're 984 subscribers away from 1,000. But subscribe and we'll get there.
Yeah.
And when whoever's the 1,000th subscriber, Joe is sending them what? $200 cold cash. Bam.
Or a cigar.
St. Louis Ray or Romeo and Juliet cigar.
Perfect. All right.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Some very fun and interesting stuff.
Let's get into it.
What's the first thing we're gonna hit?
Let's talk about what the media meltdown.
I like that.
When it comes to American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney. Do I say that right?
Yeah, I think so. But
I like both. I like American Eagle and I like her.
Yeah.
Now, I watched the commercial. I mean, what are they blowing up about? Is it because she was not dressed modestly? Like,
No, well,
what's the...
part of it is some of them are saying that she set women back 20 or 30 years. I think because she was being maybe seductive. I didn't think it was that bad.
Okay.
But then others are saying that... So for those of you who haven't seen the ad, maybe you're going to show the ad.
Yeah.
But she does say genetics are passed down from generation to generation. You get your basically hair color, personality, even eye color from your parents. And then she says, my genes are blue.
Talking about her pants.
Well, I think it was a play on words because then next to her is the text and a man that says, Sydney Sweeney has good genes or great genes.
Yeah.
And so the outrage is that people think are legitimately saying that's like a Nazi propaganda.
No.
Or
Don't.
This is eugenics. Or it's racist.
Wait,
It's racist. Some people
There's no
saying,
way.
yeah, some people are saying it's make America white only. That we wanted to go back to just a white America, which America's never been just white. And I think it's insanity. And I think, right?
You said you had some TikToks you wanted to show.
Well, yes.
Political podcaster Brad Palumbo compiled the most outrageous hot takes on TikTok.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it. That's Nazi propaganda. Wow.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like fascist weird. Like Nazi propaganda weird.
This is Nazi pure Nazi
That is so bad. What are they talking about?
Well, all 3 of them weren't blessed with genes.
Blue jeans, I think you're saying?
They weren't wearing jeans.
Oh, they weren't wearing
They
jeans.
weren't blessed either.
But so here's the thing. I don't think Sydney Sweeney is a Nazi. And I don't think American Eagle is trying to bring back eugenics.
How do you draw that conclusion? How do you logically draw that conclusion? You have to be reaching to watch that commercial and think Nazi.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't get it. I don't understand. And considering the fact that American Eagle's president or CEO is a practicing Jew. Yeah. So you're calling them Nazis who tried to eliminate the Jewish race. It just doesn't make any sense. People have lost their minds.
How are you going from that though? I watched that commercial.
Because some of these people, we have two spectrums. We have the conservative side and the liberal side, and there's the far kooky, crazy conservatives on this side that are, I kind of consider a little dangerous. It's a small handful. And then you have a small handful, maybe getting a little bit bigger, of the ultra crazy left liberals that I honestly think it's got to be exhausting for them that they just wake up every single day trying to find, outraged to start, and maybe we know one of them, and they just, they have to just constantly all day long look for something to be upset about.
And you're saying they wake up and they're just like ready to rock, ready to be offended?
They have to be.
Yeah, what can we complain about today?
They have to be. So all I have to say is Sydney Sweeney is beautiful.
Very attractive.
So she has good genes. I think it was a very clever play on words.
Eugenics, you said?
Yeah.
So they're talking like the
master, because she's blonde and she's blue-eyed and she's white. So that's the.
But you practice eugenics when you go on a date. If you had 3 girls that were exactly the same.
Wait, I guess I need to understand what eugenics is.
Eugenics, if I'm correct, is you as being good, like it's from
Good genes.
Good genes. It's what eugenics is, good genes, and what the principle is, from what I remember, is that they're going to alter. I don't know if it's through birth or if it's through just manipulating the population to eliminate certain genes.
And that's what Hitler was trying
to do.
But, I mean, don't you see when people say, well, if you two would have a baby, you'd have a beautiful baby?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
So is it bad to say that?
If you had 3 girls that exactly the same personality.
It's bad to say it because she's white. If a black woman they did that with, no one would have a problem with it. That's the problem. Is because
I get what you're saying.
But I don't agree with it. I don't think that it was purposefully. They're not sitting around a boardroom. If American Eagle has, in the past, been very diverse with their advertisement, different people of different ethnicities, color, skinny women, big women.
What was the other clothing company that was like Abercrombie and Fitch?
Now, these people would never, these people that are complaining, could never
go back into the 1990s
and 90s especially. Abercrombie and Fitch, they were
perfect.
What do you mean?
The models.
Or the people that worked in their stores.
They did a whole thing about them.
They literally had to be like drop dead gorgeous, perfect physique. Guys had to be like ripped. The girls had to be beautiful. They wouldn't hire you. They wouldn't put you in the stores, and they wouldn't put you on any advertisement if they weren't like perfect.
Oh, you're saying to work in the store?
To even work in the store, you had to have a certain look. You had to look, yeah. And whether it's right or wrong, it is wrong to hire someone based just solely on looks. I'm not saying that it's not right. That's right, but this is just
when you're selling what they were selling back in the day. Abercrombie and Fitch. It was a lifestyle. It was a style. It was. It was like It
was an image.
It was a big time image.
And
you hope that you fit in those jeans and those tops. And
I think that American Eagle's ad people were like, we need to do something. And Sydney Sweeney she is like hot right now. She's the it girl. She's been in shows. She's been in
it's just
movies.
maybe me because I'm not into the cult, like the pop culture and into the media. When you said the name, I was like, hey, who? I saw the commercial because I looked it up. I was like, who? I remember her face, but you're saying she was in some stuff.
Yeah, like she kind of, I think, maybe became famous from a show called Euphoria. She was in a movie, I don't know what was, Anyone But You. She's got a few more movies coming out, one of which she's going to portray Christy Martin, which was like the best female boxer back in the 90s. The only female boxer to ever be put on Sports Illustrated. And so it's going to be like a real life story about her.
So she's doing good. She's doing good as an actress.
And the feminists, if she's bothered by this, should be praising her for being a woman.
Women empowerment. Getting up there.
Yes.
Doing that stuff.
Yeah. I think that they just wanted to pick someone that was, I mean, what sells product?
Okay.
Beautiful, famous people.
Like the simple term is
or just famous
sex sells. I don't agree with it. I am probably a little bit more on the Christian conservative side. I like modesty. I like if you're going to ask me, I think she shouldn't have been. I mean, she was buttoning her pants. She had her shirt half open. In my opinion,
well,
you shouldn't be showing that anyway. But it's not like she was completely naked or something.
And then some people say they were just targeting men. Well, yeah, if men were going to watch that,
that ad is specifically targeted to men.
No. I think that women would look at that and be like,
but like, wouldn't you say the majority?
Jeans, but those jeans are not tight jeans. You see
No,
them?
they're not
They
tight.
were loose-fitting jeans.
Listen,
they look nice.
If you go through Facebook right now, if I just like scroll through my Facebook feed, there's plenty, or Instagram especially, probably Instagram. I mean,
Instagram more than anything.
Girls on vacation, people on vacation, bikini tops,
That's
whatever.
That's
worse than that.
Yes, I understand. That's part of the reason why I'm not any of that stuff, because I don't want to see that. I don't need to see that, so I'm not gonna put myself in the position
the health culture, the workout culture. These girls are wearing next to nothing.
No, and I agree.
In those, when they're building their following.
But to follow it up, I don't know if it's just by chance or if they're playing off of this, but Dunkin' Donuts released on their TikTok thing a very attractive young man with a shirt on that's open, and he's got this really nice tan, and he stands up and he's like, I didn't ask to be the golden boy of summer, but it's genetics.
No, they had to be exactly.
And he goes, and he says something about, I have golden skin, and every time I have some kind of drink from Dairy Queen, the sun shines
Dunkin' Donuts,
on.
you said?
Oh, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said Dairy Queen.
No, Dunkin' Donuts. Every time that I drink this, and he has the drink in his hand, the sun shines on me, and something that my skin becomes more golden. And now they're getting backlash for it.
Really? So wouldn't they have learned though that because I think you had slightly mentioned to me that their stock.
Oh yes. So in 5 days, their stock went up 16%. So on an evaluation of a company stock of $2 billion, it went up $300 million. So if it holds, and they sell jeans, it's been a great campaign. And she has not come out and made a statement yet that I know of, and either has American Eagle. And I hope they don't.
As of today, which is the 31st, right?
Yes. And I hope that they
shouldn't.
Or I hope when they come out with the statement, they don't apologize.
Yeah.
Maybe just state, listen, it was a fun play on words. We don't think that America should be all white.
All I have to say is I do not.
But how far of a jump is that?
Yeah, it is such a jump. I will have to say this. I don't think it was planned, but if it was, whoever came up with that idea and said we're going to trigger this group of people, that person needs to be promoted and that person is a genius.
But this woke...
Well, they need to give that person that came up with that idea as much credit and take away as much credit as the person that tried to run that Bud Light campaign 2 years ago.
That literally broke Bud Light down.
I mean, it knocked them down. And I'm going to tell you after that, I thought maybe it was just a joke that people are not buying it. We don't really drink.
No, I walked in the grocery store on 4th of July. No Miller Lite. No. Everything else was gone.
Bud Light was
and
full.
The Bud Light was stacked up on pallets.
I on the way to my wife's parents' house, there's it's been there for years. A massive Bud Light board. They had it flipped to the rainbow and stuff. When that commercial came out, I'm talking within days. It costs a lot. It has to cost a lot to put those things up. I mean, it was massive. Within days, they had it flipped back to the original red and white Budweiser can.
And this whole woke mentality probably could have possibly been an okay thing to bring some light to some things that maybe we should be more sensitive about or could do better. But it's just gone way too far.
It went.
Well, let me say one thing.
Ulta beauty products.
Oh wait. What were you gonna say?
I know a little bit about advertising. I know a little bit about marketing. Okay. And just to talk about the Bud Light thing, for one more second.
Yeah.
You basically have the bulk of the population that's buying your Bud Light product are going to be guys that are coming home in work jeans, worn out work boots, working hard, and looking to just have a 12-pack or a 6-pack for the weekend or whatever. And they're the ones buying all that beer. Mm-hmm. The, quote, woke or the, transgender, they're not drinking beer and they're not drinking Bud Light. Yeah, they're drinking cocktails, they're drinking Claws. Fruity drinks, they're drinking other stuff. So to take the bulk of your population and then you're going to go worry about this tiny percentage that might buy Bud Light but maybe doesn't even care about it, won't even look at it, but you tailored to them, I don't know how anybody sat in a boardroom and said, this was not a bad way to go.
Well, and maybe the companies are realizing it and they thought that that's what people wanted and now it's flipping back and they're going to be like, because even Nike, who went through this phase of just interesting advertisement, their newest advertisement, I'm going to say his name wrong, is the golfer that just won.
Scotty Scheffler?
Yes, Scotty Scheffler with the putter and his daughter or son on the putting green.
Yeah.
And it's like a more wholesome family-oriented, going back to that.
That's what won the election, was just normalcy, family, not this.
But what's normal? That's the problem.
I get it. But when you look at it, when Biden was president, woke, took over. And you were right. Woke tried to do a Hail Mary and throw that ball all the way down. And they lost. Got intercepted, and they lost the championship. You know what I mean? Like
Bud Light.
It's not. No, I'm saying wokeness in general, because you were saying
they just gone too far.
They went too far, and they lost it all. And you were right. They probably had some good to do, but they lost any ability because they went too far.
They went too far. And people like this was just a TikTok thing where people were trying to boycott. Oh, and that's what I wanted to. So. One of the TikToks, because I did delete my Facebook and my Instagram for the week just to be off of it, but I left TikTok on, and then I saw this story and I just went down the rabbit hole of watching all these videos about American Eagle. And one lady, she's just out running, and she has the script on it that says, American Eagle stock has jumped up since this ridiculous ad. Let's all stop buying from them, all close, and bring their stock to zero.
What? Why?
Yeah. So, the left or the crazy ultra left, they say that they're all about accepting people and loving people and diversity and stuff, but they're not. Maybe they are, but not when it comes to thought. Yeah. If you don't think like them, they want to cancel you, they want to shut you down, and they want. But so someone commented.
It's a lot easier to love her in those jeans than somebody else. Is she single?
I don't know. That's a good question.
And how old is she?
And then one of the people said, but back to this lady that said that it should go to zero. Someone commented.
Keep going.
And said that American Eagle.
Yeah.
Someone commented and said American Eagle has 44,000 employees.
Holy moly.
Yes. And then they broke it down and said, of which 62% are women. And 40% of them consider themselves a minority ethnicity.
Okay.
And then he went on to say, so that means that you would like to see the firing or loss of 27,000 women losing their job. Oh. And he's like, wow, that's horrible. And she commented, the creator of that, commented and said, get over it. Layoffs happen all the time.
What?
So from one
that is so
advertisement
terrible.
Segment, she wants
44,000 people to lose their jobs. 44,000 people or 20 whatever women to lose their jobs.
And it would have been fine if he made that comment and she came back and said, okay, I was being over dramatic. I just want to see them maybe suffer some losses.
Why would you want to see anybody suffer some losses?
But I get it. I don't know.
It's not that big of a deal.
Like where you get your Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It's a nice farm. They do a really nice job. They make you feel good. They treat you good when you go get your Christmas tree there. But for the past 3 elections, they have broadcasted on big signs, right in early November, so it's right before Christmas tree time, who they wanted to win the last 3 elections. Big.
And they would do that?
Yeah. Like on 8x4 pieces of plywood.
Are they worried about at least one person not buying a tree?
Well, and that's what I thought. And they didn't necessarily, they're not picking the person that I voted for. But we still go. It's like we're not, you know.
Yeah, you're not going and boycotting them.
He's putting a big banner up there for someone I didn't vote for, but I still go there. That's a tradition for my son and I, and we've been going there every year since he was 6 months old and getting a tree from there the day after Thanksgiving. But I'm going to still go there because that's more important to me.
And that's just the way it should be. Like, you should be able to vote for whoever you want to vote, or think different thoughts than me, and we should be able to still get along.
But that's not how it is.
No. And the only reason why I say that is because the woke side kind of lost their mind a year or two ago because Sydney Sweeney was at a party.
The same woman?
Yes. Had some family and some friends there, and some of her family members, a few guys, had mega hats on. And this woke group lost their minds on social media and saying, see, she doesn't really talk about her political beliefs, but obviously it's clear, but just mad because she's around people that are Trump supporters. I don't know. Do you remember the ad in 1992? I mean, it's the most iconic one. I remember it.
I don't. I wasn't alive.
Carry the One. I was like 15, 16 years old. Beautiful
Cindy Crawford.
I knew you were going to
Pepsi ad,
but not
changed my life forever.
But
wait, what is this ad?
Yes. So you should try it.
You're having some nostalgic right now.
Yes. So I forgot about the car. She drives in. So you got to imagine she drives into this middle America, a dusty road, but it's a like red Lamborghini, and she pulls up, and there's these 2 boys on this side of the fence that are kind of like just chilling, and
8 to 10-year-old boys, you know,
or maybe a little older.
Well, they could be. It was
and they kind of like look over and they see the car and they're kind of like piqued in interest, and then the door opens and it opens like this, you know, because Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And out
she
comes
gets out like
this with her big long legs, Cindy Crawford. Back in the day.
I know I'm gonna sound ignorant, but who is Cindy Crawford?
Oh,
she was a model back then.
Okay.
Beautiful model.
Yeah.
And so she gets out. She got these long legs and a cut-off jeans and a white tank top.
Just a white tank top.
Yeah. And she just strolls over to this gas station. It's an old gas station with old pumps, but it has a Pepsi machine in front of it. And she goes up to it and she puts the coins in. And now they pan back to the boys. And the boys are leaning on the fence now and just admiring the show. And the can comes down.
The show.
And she, they do it all like. And then she stands there and just drinks. And then she starts to bring her down. And the older boy goes, wow, look at that new Pepsi can.
Oh my God.
And then they show her again just standing there and she kind of looks over at the boys. And then the youngest one goes, yeah, it's so beautiful. Now, forget the fact that this amazing car there.
She's
gorgeous. These kids are fascinated by
great commercial.
But that's a great commercial.
Now, if they would have played that today, you're saying that they would have lost.
I don't know.
Well, I think today that's more of a risky, not risky, but like that would be more like you're using her as a symbol because she's gorgeous and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I just thought of that.
You started to mention Ulta. What are you talking about that?
Well, Ulta, who,
is it the makeup?
All beauty the products,
they hired a gay man as their spokesman, the new spokesman.
What?
He literally has long hair, and that's fine if they want that, and a beard and everything, but like, once again, maybe missing your target. Like
we were saying.
Why would women not be bothered by that? Like, why not have a woman be your spokesman? That's a woman's thing.
What percentage of your clientele is men that are using makeup? Whatever way you want to live your life.
Right.
But what percentage?
It's just interesting.
Probably very low compared to the other side.
The women
is the women that are actually using it and actually doing all that stuff. Now, I could see a woman saying, okay, I'm not going to buy that anymore. If you've lost me on that. Just like how I didn't. When I saw those Bud Light commercials, I'm like, first of all, I don't even drink Bud Light, but I'm not going to go buy a Bud Light. Like, I'm going to make it a point. Right. I'm not going to go buy a Bud Light because you are just Like you said, you were way off course.
My neighbors across the street to do fireworks every year.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going up to the store. Can I get anything? And they said, yeah, pick up some beer. And like we're on a group text. Yeah, and like 4 of the dads said, as long as it's not Bud Light.
No way.
And when I walked into that grocery store,
that was the only
pallets in the middle of the aisles where that should have been gone by now.
Yeah.
Were stacked with Bud Light. Miller Lite's gone. Everything else was gone. Coronas were gone. Anything that you can get your hands on beer-wise was sold but that.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, we'll
we'll
see in a week or two.
But
if that stock keeps going.
Yeah.
But American Eagle and Cindy, they teamed up to make this line of jeans, and some or all of the proceeds from it are going to donate it to a crisis hotline for women.
Oh, that's even worse for these woke people. Like, so they even take 2 seconds to say, take 2 seconds to like research the product, research the people in the company. Did they do anything? Because if that is just too much.
Yeah.
It is just too much.
It was just a clever play on words. Like she actually stands there and she's like,
it is. It's a great dad joke.
Yeah.
I've got good genes. I could see that me saying that to my son.
Yeah.
And mentioning the fact that you look like me or something like that. Like, oh, we got good genes. Oh, just kidding, got my blue
well,
genes.
you know, when I'm out with my son, you know, he's got blonde hair and blue eyes, and I have green eyes and dark hair. Mm-hmm. And someone says, "Oh, he's a really good-looking boy," or whatever. It's like, yeah, you know, he takes after his mother.
Mm-hmm. He's got his mom's genes.
He's got his mom's genes.
And that's what I was trying to say earlier.
Good genes.
Yeah.
If they're worried about eugenics, every time you're going on a date, you're practicing that. If you had 3 women that looked identical, if they didn't look identical, but they had the same personality, the same career, or at least almost the same, and all 3 of them wanted to date you, your brain, subconsciously or consciously, is going to go to what is more attractive to you.
Yeah, we know beauty when we see it, and sometimes it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah,
you know, you look at someone and like all of us collectively can be like, she's beautiful, he's beautiful. You know, it's just
a pretty simple
thing.
It's
just whatever it is. I mean, it's certain, like they say, wider eyes,
symmetrical, and just
this,
the right balance.
Certain, I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm in that spectrum for the men.
I was going to say I have a difficult.
I'm glad.
He has a difficult.
I have a difficult time seeing what everybody else sees.
Sometimes you do wonder when you see couples. Like I know people probably think that of me and my wife. Like, what is she doing with him?
Okay, to that point, my wife.
My funniness and my personality went over.
We think you must be good out in the yard.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's other ways that I take care of things.
To that point, my wife and I went out to dinner with our son, and like all the way across the restaurant, I can see this couple, and they were like giggling and laughing, and I like looked again. She was wearing a like prom dress. It's not prom season. It's nothing. School's still out. She was wearing like a prom dress. She had makeup on. She had her hair done. She had these big dangly earrings on, and this dude was wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt. And I was thinking to myself, girl, get up and go find you a dude that's going to respect you and appreciate the fact that you did all that work.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to get up and be like, please tell me you guys are brother and sister, and you just happen to be doing something else.
But you see that often, like where guys are just in like sweatpants and a t-shirt, and the girls dressed to the nines, and
they're like not even trying.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's crazy.
I think what I want to talk about next, which is difficult because it's a terrible story, is what happened in Cincinnati, which is kind of close to us. It kind of rings home in reference to it. I don't know if you heard about anything about it, Joe.
See, I didn't hear about this.
Basically, there was a jazz festival, and at the jazz festival, there was basically like this group fight, some sort of an argument, and it turned into this massive fight to where a single mom and a gentleman got knocked out and were on the ground, and while they were on the ground, these people were just beating on them.
Not necessarily the woman, but the man. They were punching, they were running over and stomping on him.
Just terrible. Absolutely. And people were going, whoa, yeah, and they're like cheering and all this stuff.
Who was getting beat?
The single mom and the older gentleman.
Was there like similar people beating them? Was it opposite? What was the
okay. So the people that were being beat up were Caucasian, and then the people that were beating them up were African American, and it's causing this big strife between it's causing another one of these things where all these people are coming out and saying.
But the crazy thing about it all is that they reported that lots and lots of people taking video of it, and the videos are all over the place. But nearly 100 people were around there and saw this take place, and one 911 phone call was made. And I think there's always going to be stupid people and fights and violence and people that just do bad things. Like, I mean, when you watch that video,
it's terrible. It is honestly so disgusting.
Is the guy okay?
They're both okay. The mom her whole entire face is black.
Yeah, someone just steps up and just punches her, and she just boom.
And she's on the ground. The other girls are bang, bang, bang. And one thing I read is that one of the guys who was fighting, who was beating them up, just got out on bond. Okay?
Of jail.
He just got out of jail on bond. The judge gave him a $4,000 bail at 10%, so he paid $400 to get out of jail. Okay? For a crime that was, I think it was carrying a weapon concealed without permission and all. I mean, like, not just like he wasn't stealing something from a store. I mean, it was a decently high crime to where now he's out on the streets and he's now committed this crime. And to your point, and I want to get to this grander point, which I've been wanting to talk about since we started this. The one person calls 911. There is 100 people standing around and no one is trying to help until it's all over. They're dragging these people, trying to get them out away. No one is trying to help. No one's trying to do anything. And now, now these people, people in the government are saying they deserved what they are asking for the beating. I'm telling you, someone in the government tweeted they were asking for the butt whooping they got. No. I'm not even kidding you, Paul. The police chief said both parties are at fault.
Well, that's fine to start an argument.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't even really matter what took place.
Mm-hmm.
The outrageous thing, more so to me, is that one person calls 911.
But also, too, you're on the ground. The guy's on the ground. He's not moving. The woman is on the ground, not moving. You can just walk away. Like, if you needed to get into a fight, you made your point. If I got in a fight with somebody and I had to punch back.
Well, what started the fight that they deserved?
I don't know. But supposedly there was alcohol involved and all this stuff, and they're saying that. But walk away. Like, if you're in a position where I need to physically get into an altercation with somebody because I feel like my life's in jeopardy, my family's life's in jeopardy, something like that, I'm going to do whatever I can to just get them away from me and run.
Mean, I didn't see the video. I don't even know what's going on. But I can tell you right now, if it was two African-American...
It was 4 African-American that got arrested.
No. But he's saying if it was
two African-American being beat by multiple Caucasian people...
It would have been a completely different story.
Well, we would have had probably cars being burned right now.
Yeah. You would have known about it. You didn't know about the story beforehand?
Yeah.
Everyone would have known about the story.
To the point that I wanted to get to is that I truly believe that, I don't know if it's around the world, because obviously I'm not traveling the world, but at least where I live in Ohio or in America in general, society is degrading. Society is degrading, not only in this respect, but just there's zero common regard for the person around you. I go to the grocery store and there's probably 50% of the time I'm at the grocery store, someone is nipping at me or nipping at somebody else because they're standing in the way, they're sighing, they're running me over with their cart. 50% of the time
I'm experience that at the grocery store?
All the time.
I'm always peaceful. It's got to be you guys.
It's not me. 50% of the time I'm driving don't start blaming me. 50% of the time I'm driving my car, I'm either getting honked at or I'm seeing somebody getting honked at. I need to get over to get my exit, and that person it's like it's a personal vendetta that they don't want you to make your exit, so they're going to speed up or they're going to there's zero common regard.
But if you don't want to hear people beep at you, just turn the radio louder.
It's not going to work.
And that guy you have in your trunk that's half hanging out probably isn't good look.
But I do have experience.
I understand. No, I understand. But I just don't want to believe that society is degrading. I know you don't want to believe it, but it's so apparent around. But to that point, it makes me think of a video that I watched where these guys go out and they set up a scenario to see what people do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really horrible.
John Cornelius, what would you do?
Well, yeah, but these were just guys on the street doing this. and a guy's videotaping, and they have a little boy, 8 years old, walking on a busy sidewalk in some city. And as he's walking through, like right here, there's a little like doorway, double doorway, and it's dark. Mm-hmm. And right at that point, this guy comes from off the camera, runs over, grabs the kid, puts his hand around his mouth.
No.
And runs into
him through that little tunnel.
And the people.
This is fake.
It's fake.
Okay. Whew.
It's fake. But people on the sidewalk kind of just look and keep walking.
What?
Well, I wouldn't keep walking.
I would not.
No, that's what I'm saying. And finally, there's a few people, like they do it over and over again, and there's a few people that will stop or like go in there or be like looking around, and then one lady runs and follows the guy. But the other ones that but it's this mindset that I don't want to get involved. But when it's a kid, like looking like he's being kidnapped.
Yeah.
It's not like this guy just came running over there and grabbed him like it's his kid and ran through, but he put his hand around his mouth.
Yeah. But like,
so to your point, I don't know.
But my wife took my son to a doctor's appointment. There's 2 lanes. The left is the left turn. The right is a left or a right turn. She's in the right lane. She's going to turn left so she can get onto the highway easier. This guy gets behind her. I'm on the phone with her, honking his horn, flipping her off, sticking his head out the window. You dumb bip. You're in the wrong lane. What are you doing? Then drives over the curb,
oh my Lord,
onto the sidewalk and gets up next to her, and she's like kind of like almost screaming, like, James, I don't know what to do. And I was telling her, like, if you need to just go, you go. And he's screaming profanity at her, you dumb, and then peels off on a red light, almost gets into an accident. Like, another example, I'm at Sam's Club, and this just must be me. I'm at Sam's Club. It's pouring down the rain, so I go grab my car and I pull it into the drive-through where it's covered so we can get my wife and my son in the car and we can get the groceries in the car. And there's like these massive pillars that are painted yellow and these yellow lines showing you you're like this. It's a one-way. This car comes swinging through to get in front of me. I'm in my car. I'm about to start moving. I honk my horn, beep beep, like, hey,
let me get out of the way.
This is not where you're supposed to be. But I'm gonna just move forward, get out of the way, and this dude comes walking up. Hey, you mother! And he starts screaming, "Fanny, don't you dare beep at my wife!" I stick my head out the window. And I said, excuse me, sir, I have my son in the back seat. You're not acting like an adult. He starts coming at me, like screaming. And then the woman in the car starts rolling down her window and saying, I just need to park and all this stuff. I then say, both of you are not acting like adults. You're acting like children. You are in the wrong, ma'am. Sir, you need to be. I'm just trying to calm the situation so I can get the heck out of there. Is this only happening to me? I'm telling you. And then it basically turned into where this guy is just saying, F you, and I just kept saying, sir, calm down. Well, and then we drive away and my wife goes, God bless, I hope you have a good day. And it made that guy so angry. I mean, it was like he was about to blow up.
I don't know. People are just angry.
And I'm telling you, if this can't just be happening around me.
They were probably upset about American Eagle.
Another thing is he made his wife go out in the rain and grab the car.
I don't like people.
He always says that.
So I ignore him.
I don't like people.
This story just made me remember everything that happens around me. And I'm watching that video and it is just terrible. It is just, and you know what I think? I don't care. I think we should have harsher punishment for criminals. If this man did something bad and he was able to get out of jail for $400 and then he committed this crime, that means we are not doing enough to keep people where they need to be because they committed a crime. Reincarceration rate in America is very, very high. That means they got out of jail, they did something, they got put right back in jail. Guess what? That punishment wasn't harsh enough the first time. If you know the law and you messed up and you did something wrong, put you in jail.
That's only the ones that got caught again.
That's true.
There's still more out there probably doing something they're not supposed to.
There was a drug dealer. This guy I saw on YouTube. This guy's a drug dealer. He's like, I got locked up for 2 years. It was terrible. And then the girl asked him, hey, would you ever think about dealing drugs again? And he goes, honestly, I've been thinking about it. And she goes, I was not expecting that answer. He goes, I was making really good money. I was the good drug dealer. I was making sure my product was good. That punishment wasn't harsh enough.
But there is a problem when people in jail or prison come out of prison or jail. Now, I don't think that they should have as fair of a shake as the rest of us, but they have a felony on their record. It's probably hard for them to find good jobs.
I get it.
I know, but trying to what is it called?
Rehabilitate
and become part of society again.
So yes,
I think we could do more there.
We could do more there, but once again,
to help them after the fact,
we should make it to where you do not want to go back into prison.
All right,
and I'm not recommending that. I'm not recommending solitary confinement because that cannot be good to your psyche.
No.
I'm not recommending a prison camp. I'm not recommending forced labor.
Prison camps.
You need to do something different because the common population is losing their mind. We're at the grocery store. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not making these stories up. An elderly lady dropped some stuff and it spilled out everywhere. We were like across the store and my wife's like, James, I've got our son. Go help her. Of course. No one else around was moving. Just like you were saying. If my grandmother dropped stuff at the grocery store, I hope every single person would have wanted to help. I mean, we are all human.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but I have a love for you because you are one of God's children, and you just everybody needs to just take care of each other. Just come on. I get so frustrated when I think about it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like break out, but
no. But I mean, is it just today that we're like this?
I don't think it was like this.
I go into Best Buy and I give people free iPods and earbuds and tell them they just won, and wait for them to walk out for the alarm to go off. I don't know. It wasn't me.
Yes. There you go.
You're saying
you're the 50th customer. You got some free iPad.
We're just going around giving away these things. We're making a video.
Yeah. Police coming around.
They're trying to walk out.
That guy. I've never seen you in my life.
I don't work here.
I don't work here.
Actually, that would be a really funny.
That would be a funny prank, especially if you were able to get Best Buy in on it.
Yes.
The alarms actually didn't go off. You had not fake police officers, but you had like security guards come and
or
grab
you just
them.
do the real thing.
But were you trying to ask? Is this just a recent thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, but they also say like
I don't mess around with people in cars anymore.
Yeah, I had a bad experience with that. I don't do it either.
When I was coming home downtown with a buddy of mine, and we were driving down Pearl Road, like coming through. I think we were still not in Strong's, but maybe we were still like in the Parma area or whatever. And a car pulled up. It was in the middle of summer. Windows were down, and it was late. And they looked over, gave us a dirty look, whatever. And I was just trying to like ignore him, or whatever. And the guy like literally just like he had a gun.
What?
He just went like this, and he held it sideways. And I'm like, so I don't even test anybody anymore.
I tell my wife all the time, you just need to be extremely patient, which I think that's another thing is we have a high lack of patience. As a whole, as a society, our patience has gone way down. And it may be partly due to our phones. Our attention spans have dwindled, and the patience is gone. It's as if, I don't know if I've done the math, because if you're driving 5-10 miles per hour faster and you've got a 5-minute drive, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Now, if you've got a 7-hour drive, driving 10, 15, 20 miles per hour faster, it's going to make a difference. And if you're going to, some guy will blow by us. He's so angry because we were going the speed limit and we get stopped at the same red light 5 minutes later. I don't do it, but I want to sit there and look at him and go.
Patience is a virtue, my mother used to say.
But why do you do the speed limit? I mean, maybe you are the problem. It's always 5
I don't know why I try to talk to you about my feelings.
Are you driving slow?
And it never goes
5 to 9 miles over the speed limit.
Does your car have taillights on it?
Nice.
Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe you're like a violation. They don't even know you're braking.
You still have a Bud Light sticker on the back of your car. Everybody's mad at you.
Yes.
Now, you're basically saying it's
now put American Eagle sticker on your car, and you're going to be even more.
I don't know. When I'm driving anymore, people just wave and they say hi. So
that's what I'm saying. Can we not do that? Can I not roll down my window and be like, "Hey, man, what's going on with your day?" We're at
I miss the early '90s. 90% of the time in the early '90s, when you pull up to the stop sign, there was lucky that the 5 radio stations they were playing the same song. You were singing with them.
Hey, have you? Yes. Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. There's a very good possibility because there was only 5 stations.
Now it's impossible.
Have you looked at the back of your van? Like, is all this kind of recently, the traffic stuff?
No. I mean, some of the bad ones, yeah.
Because I put a sticker on there that says, honk if you're horny.
That's even worse because that means a lot of people are horny.
No, then the other sticker says, run me over if you're not.
And then they get up to the window, and I look at them, I go, hi! And they're like,
Honk if you're horny.
That's been my problem the entire time. That's why that guy who looked like Santa Claus. And that's the other thing. The guy at Santa Club, he looked like Santa Claus, so it was like even more upsetting because I was like, you're supposed to be like Santa Claus, jolly, happy, and you were just so angry.
And then your son is like, is that Santa Claus? Oh my.
I've been waiting to talk about that because I think...
You had to get it off your chest.
But you're not helping.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just
playing.
You know I like to mess with you and give you a hard time about things. But... It is. I don't know. Maybe society is. I mean, it's really bad that 100 people watched this beating and one phone call to 911 was made. That's, I mean, unless somehow that report was wrong, but it's just horrible. It's horrible.
It's sad.
Well, let's say it was wrong and triple the amount of people called. That's still 3 out of 100.
Yeah.
I mean, like, think about that.
I'm sure they didn't all get together and say, someone's calling 911.
Are you calling 911? I'm not going to call 911 right now.
Yeah.
No, everybody was cheering. There was a guy in the background going, oh! 4 people got arrested. 4 people are hopefully going to jail and not getting out for some bad crimes. You should not be just arresting the people that were beating them up. You should be arresting the guy that was cheering it on, the 5 other people that were standing around, like, egging him on, like, yeah, get him again. You should be rounding up all those people. And not putting him in jail, but like, what were you doing? Why are you screaming at a fight? If I was by myself, I'd be trying to help. If I had my wife and my kids, I'd be removing myself from the situation and just getting out of there. I'm not going to be standing there and watching a fight.
It was like a bar, like coming out of, I believe, what I understood. Like
I saw the
bars, almost like down East 9th.
Someone must have said something. Someone got upset. And it just was
terrible.
And you know what the other thing I thought is? What happens if someone had a gun, and thought that they needed to use it, and now you've got possibly people that weren't even involved getting injured. Now you've got even a bigger scare in a crate. It is terrible,
crazy.
And I'm not joking when I said that there's people that were like saying they deserved it, and I
don't even understand. If you don't know what happened, how do you say that someone deserves any of that?
And it was a prominent, like, political person.
Do you know?
I don't know him. I would have to look
you don't know.
No. Do you mind if I have the lighter?
Sure.
But on a lighter note, thank you. My blood pressure feels very high, but I feel a lot better. We talked about it on our first episode because we were so excited about it. The Siren's Curse at Cedar Point.
Yes.
This brand new coaster that did the tilt and it flipped down and it shut him down. It's having... Yeah, so since it's opened, I think it's 5 times it's like complete failure.
Where they get stuck on top, and then they have to walk down.
That. And that is the scariest thing.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I ain't doing that.
Call me a helicopter and come and harness me up because I'm not walking down. I'm not walking down that thing.
Right? You thought it was a thrill to go on the roller coaster? I'm afraid of heights. I love roller coasters because I know I'm in there. But exactly to your point, if I'm on that thing and you're walking down, no harness, stairs, no railing, absolutely not.
Well, there might be a railing.
But
yes. One bad slip.
And you're done.
Yes.
You're way, way high up
and
there.
I think one of the times it was like lightly raining.
The problem is they called it Siren's Curse. The roller coaster's cursed.
It is.
And I'm going to tell you right now,
I don't know
even if I had a 5% chance I was going on there, or a 100% chance I'm going to ride that ride when I go to Cedar Point next, I am not going on that ride. Even if they tell me it's 100, I'm not.
But I don't understand why they had the same problem, or part of a problem with tops
thrill drag race or whatever.
Like it was going up and then coming back down and it wasn't working. Like you test these things. When they built the Siren's Curse, I'm sure they tested it over and over.
But not even just tested it by you running the coaster, but maybe through some sort of a computer generator to you know all the physics, you know how fast the thing's gonna move.
But at Cedar Point, and I've seen them, they literally have these plastic, like from like the waist up body
Really?
like weights that they put into the coaster. So when they send it up there, they're testing it with the weight that it would have.
But it must be the locking mechanism that's going bad. Now imagine if you were like this and you got locked.
Oh,
Then you're not getting out.
oh gosh, I couldn't imagine that. You're not getting out. How are you getting them out of there?
I don't know. You got a helicopter.
Helicopter.
Rapid. Call the Coast Guard.
I'm not doing it.
But did you ever see the helicopter? They tried to save this woman out of a desert that was camping.
When it was spinning.
Oh my gosh, they put her on a stretcher.
Oh, I have seen that. And she's just whipping around. It's so sad.
I want to know,
Probably ruined her.
yeah.
I have seen that.
What do they call that? Vertigo or whatever?
Oh,
She probably has every day of her life.
Whatever that water or
Yeah.
liquid is in your ear was
Yeah.
gone. Do you know what I mean? That keeps your balance.
She was feeling some G's.
It's like the dryer. So spin cycle.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I want to talk about that because
But
we
yeah,
talked about the
so we
first
talked
episode.
on the first episode. Hopefully
Lighter.
they get it. Hopefully they get it figured out. But I got my brown shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what takes place tomorrow night?
No idea.
I think I'm right on this. It is the Hall of Fame football first preseason game
What?
for the NFL football.
Who is playing?
I don't know who's playing. Don't ask me that.
Well, you come here with this information. You got to bring me more.
They should be more prepared. But yeah, and it's always exciting because I like football. I go through these emotions when it comes
These roller
to
coasters?
this.
The Siren's
Roller
Curse?
coasters, Yes.
That's what the Browns should be called, the Siren Curse.
So it's football, and I love watching football, college football, high school, professional. But then I get sad because I'm a Browns fan, and I know I'm going to be disappointed many times this season.
When the season starts and the weather's still good and the Browns are on, I go golfing because the course will be empty. And
that's very good
and they're
idea.
going to lose anyways. So it doesn't
And
matter.
then, yes, and so I get sad because the Browns are bad. But then I get happy because if football is happening, then it's my favorite season of the year, fall, which is great. And then I get sad again because I remember what comes after fall, and it's just here in Northern Ohio. It feels like
the best season ever.
It feels like winter is 8 months, right?
It's terrible. It does.
Yes. So, but it's cool. I like football, and
It's exciting.
Football is-
I only watch it when I'm at my in-laws' house. I don't have any of the things to watch it. It's so difficult now to even watch a football game. You have to pay for X for this game and then Y for this
I know.
game and Z for this game. It's not just you can turn the TV on and there's the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Start buying houses in Brook Park if they're really building that new.
I know that's exciting. And the Browns have half their roster is quarterbacks. So last year we didn't have one.
Now we have
this
all.
we have. So we'll see what happens.
The only guy that I'm excited that came back was Flacco.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
Why did he? What was his idea?
Actually,
with
I just saw
Coming back?
What?
money and
he likes the Browns and he likes Cleveland. Hey,
which is so ironic that
It
he
is.
played against us.
but I'm telling you right now, I just watched like a little tiny clip on the news. They said that he is still gunning.
yeah,
Really?
he's big and he's.
I mean, I'm 52 years old. I think that.
But
you
he's
know,
been there, done that. He had a Super Bowl.
I know.
Really? Who do you play with at the Super Bowl?
But how old is he?
He's
He's became the great quarterback
he's not
with Baltimore
old.
Ravens, who are in our division and played against us.
And he was the starting quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I don't know anything. But then talking about sports, Cleveland's got another big uproar that just came out, and I like baseball. I don't. Some people can't sit there and watch baseball, but our closing pitcher, Clause,
Do you hear about this?
got in big trouble. Okay,
Well, they're suspending him.
they're suspending him until I think August 31st because
The whole month.
Yeah, because he was found supposedly, which I think the evidence is coming true that it was. I don't know much about what he actually was doing but for betting on games, which is a big no-no.
Now, whether he
Betting on his own games.
Yeah.
yes, but whether he would, I think it was partly him betting. But what happened is that, and any time there's any irregularities when it comes to Vegas, Vegas is going to find out about it, right? Like if something shady's going on,
They know their money coming in.
oh yeah. And so what was happening, and one of our other pitchers, Ortez or something, he was suspended a little bit earlier, and now they've extended his another month because a high level of bets were being placed on, most of the time, the first pitch of the ninth inning being a ball.
Man.
Or the first pitch of a certain inning would be a ball.
And the ninth inning is his inning.
His time, if they're leading and everything. And the thing is that you can bet during the game. You can do live betting now. So you could wait all the way up until the end of the eighth inning and say,
boom,
I'm going to bet that the ninth inning first pitch is going to be a ball. And they start noticing this pattern. And for Class A, at least 11 times, that first pitch of whatever inning it was, but high level,
so you're
more than
saying
normal.
It wasn't he was betting to win or lose or whatever. It was just on a pitch?
On a pitch. That it would be a ball. And there was a high level, like crazy high level, that these people and possibly him, betting that first pitch would be a ball. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And like, okay, what's that about? Then some guy put a montage together of his first pitches in the ninth inning. And when I watched it, it is a train wreck.
We'll have to play it.
We will have to play it. Do you want me to find it?
No, just tell us.
In the dirt. Hitting the plate. Outside by 2 feet. Inside by a foot. The catcher having trouble catching these.
Just a bit outside.
Yes. Bad.
Let's go to Emmanuel Clase.
Outings. 2 outings.
Up and in. They try to nail it down. It's a 1-run game here in the ninth. If you want to just get it down to its lowest common denominator, it's been. And a swing and a miss. Started him off for Daz Cameron as we start the ninth. And first pitch is skipped into the dirt.
Like completely obvious.
So it's not like it's. So you're saying it's not.
And I
like,
think a couple of them went even as far as to say that the first pitch would be a ball low in the dirt, a ball to the outside. Now, my question is, I think he makes tens of millions of dollars. He is the best closer in the American League.
Well, wait a minute. Was he actually placing the bets or just a friend placing the bets?
I think that's where the investigation is brewing. They're trying to figure out.
But
is he the one betting, or is he making someone else bet?
If he has
him?
a whole group of people betting,
yeah,
or he, maybe from his home country, maybe he was just doing this because he's telling his home country, I think
everybody go bet on the
he's
ninth
from
inning.
Colombia or something. Like, go bet on this. I don't know. I don't know.
But the evidence
But you
is
have
there.
so much money. Why are you even playing?
So there's the things. So you're saying you have so much money. Let's think about just
So
him.
we're out of our closer for an entire month.
Yeah.
or more.
If it comes true, I think
he may never be able to play in the
MLB?
major leagues.
That's how bad they do.
Well,
I thought they just canned him from the team and he can get picked up somewhere else.
Oh no! I think he would be.
Well, Pete Rose never made it into the Hall of Fame because of it.
And he wasn't even betting on his
Cincinnati
team.
Reds.
No,
he was just gambling.
But you're not allowed to. The rule is don't bet on your sport. He could bet on football. He could bet on baseball, basketball.
Now I can see a picture or like you. I get why you would say don't bet on your sport. Now your sport as a whole or just your team?
No, your sport.
So the entire sport.
That's the rules.
Now I
believe that's the rule for baseball. Don't bet on baseball.
I get like if you're an outfielder and I still wouldn't like it. I don't think it's good. But if you're an outfielder, that is your mojo. If you were gonna bet on the pitching, it's not as bad. But if you were gonna bet that I'm gonna miss a catch that came to me in the outfield and I dropped it.
But I mean, when you can then, the problem is that he can manipulate.
Well, he can truly manipulate that.
Oh,
'Cause
100%.
if the ball's in his hand, he's throwing that first pitch, and he's going to put it in the dirt. And then all these people win money.
And
Vegas doesn't want to lose money, and Vegas is going to figure it out. And they're not going to just be like, wait, this.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, is if he's the best closer in this, let's just say this season's pitchers,
American
and
League.
then let's say that he shouldn't be dirting it. I get every once in a blue moon you have slip, you get wigged out because the audience is doing something crazy and you just throw the ball in the dirt. but every single one is just way off.
I mean,
you should
not
be hitting
everyone,
it, but you should be getting it close to the batter's box to some degree. If it's 11 of them and they're all there's definitely something there. And it's just sad because we can't catch a break with the Browns and we can't catch a break with anything else because it just doesn't go the way we need it to.
It's crazy. I don't know. But we'll see.
Okay, so then if it's not the money aspect, because he has so much money, he's betting, I don't know, $10,000, $100,000, still doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Is that like me going and betting $10? It's not going to make or break me. I mean, I don't want to bet $10 or
I don't know what the dollar amount is.
So
I don't know.
Is it because it's a rush? But then even to that point, if it's a rush, you are a closer for an MLB team. The rush that you must be receiving has to be an intense high when you are down or when you're up by 1 point or you're tied, and if you
that's
don't,
usually when they bring him in. We're up, we have the lead, he has to close it.
That's what I'm saying. The high after if you finish the close and you made it, has to be incredible. So in my eyes, it can't be the money. It can't be for some sort of frill because you won 10 grand. And you're if you go to the casino and you bet 10 grand and you win, you're going nuts. For him, that thrill of a loss, that chase to win your money is not there for him. So there's got to be someone in the
at least, unless it's a really high dollar amount, or unless, like someone at work mentioned, maybe he's helping someone else. Like he's got people in on it, and sends a text, okay, I'm coming up, and bet. That's his way of helping his posse, his group, I don't know. But to give up that, I mean, it's not.
Now he's gonna lose it all.
But it's not like he's
can do it once.
Old
do
or
it
at
one
the end
time.
of his career.
Just say I'm gonna hit the dirt. Go bet all your money you have. Like, you know what I mean? Do it one time, whatever.
Just like
give your money away to the people you're trying to help.
Or just like the Coldplay guy, just don't cheat. Just don't do it. Right?
Don't go to the concert.
Man, this has been a very heated episode for me.
Yeah, it's a little saucy.
I don't know why.
I'm just here for the cigar, man. I'm just over here chilling.
Joe and I are just chilling.
I'm over here about to pop a blood vessel. Last thing I think we wanted to mention, unless you have anything else in our notes, was some of I know we talked about it last week. I don't want to be too long on it, but Trump made another couple massive trade deals. Brazil, another where we have zero tariffs on us, but there's a 15. I think on Brazil it's 25%. He did another one with South Korea, the UN,
not the UN, the
United Kingdom.
What do we get from Brazil?
Nations.
I don't know what we get from Brazil.
Coffee.
Oh yeah.
And the United Nations, and they're spending a lot of money.
So not only are they investing in the United States, but the United Nations, you said, in South Korea are going to buy 100.
The European Union.
That's it. Sorry.
The European Union.
Remember, we're amateurs.
Yes.
Don't start commenting. No.
More
Please,
subscribers.
actually comment. Yeah, more subscribers. What is it? United Nations?
No, the European Union.
Jeez, OB.
He's so frustrated about his car experience. Honk if you're horny. But yes, go ahead.
And I'm not even gonna say it. The one and
European
South
Union
and South Korea is gonna buy $100 billion of natural gas from the United States. So it's not even a tariff thing. It's not even investing in the United States. It's also purchasing our resources that we have plentiful amount of. You know what I mean? It's big. And go ahead, were you going to say something?
Well, no, I mean, something the European Union was also going to invest something, $300 billion in some kind of jobs and stuff here in the United States. And I was watching some economic guy, and he was saying, when Trump was like, I want to get to somewhere between $5 to $7 trillion of other countries' money being invested into the United States. And he's like, that was a huge number, and people were like, that would be outrageous. Now some economists are saying that it could go as high as 10 to 15 trillion on his track, and it's how he's doing all this. And if you do that, they said it's never been seen of that kind of outside investment in the United States.
Debt right now?
Some 30 I think it's either 32 or 37 trillion dollars.
Then you're talking about he could bring like 15 trillion in a year?
Well,
not in a year. I think it's through the course of the deal's length.
Not in like tariff money, but in like reinvestment that these other countries, like you said that last week that Japan was going to invest
$300 billion.
$300 billion. So right there is a third of a trillion. And so there's been multiple.
South Korea said that.
Like almost all of these deals he's making these countries. And the European Union, they asked the woman that's the president of that, I forget her name, but what concessions is the United States doing? What was the United States having to do?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she's just like
putting him. That reporter is like trying to cause a divide.
Yes.
Right on the spot.
And she was just like, we were more concerned about meeting the concerns of the United States in that we had a deficit of trade and we wanted to make that evened out, and this is the way to do it. And she's like, and so we feel like it's in our best interest to make this deal, even if the United States is not giving up much, so that we can continue to have jobs in Europe, jobs in the United States.
Growth in both countries.
Yes.
And then some news came out, and I thought at first it was a hoax, but then I started doing some research, and there's actually some legislation being put in place where they're claiming that they're going to have, Trump is going to try to put in order, because of tariff money, a $600, I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's not a stimulus check, but it's a $600 rebate check to basically every person in America, up to $2,400 per family. So, and a child would be included in that. And what I was afraid about at first is I instantly went back to COVID when we threw, I think it was $1,200 each.
Something like that, family or something.
I think, got.
Or person.
I think it might have been a family, but there was, we were getting money, but there was nothing behind it. We were just printing money, and here's all the money. It's supposed to be a stimulus, but I would imagine that would be a driver for inflation. That would be a driver
that's why
for.
We had inflation.
Yeah, but now this is hey, look, we're doing really, really, really good right now.
Tariff money's coming in.
Let's not only we're getting investments in the United States. Okay, let's put that into for the people. Now, I think there's a good argument to say that they should just throw that on the national debt,
or just keep it and let. But then again, if they keep it,
someone will probably get their hands on it.
They're going to do something wrong with it.
Yeah. But to the point we made last week, it's amazing moves in the right direction. I'm happy to see it. As more countries continue to make deals, other countries are going to realize, like, we should probably just make a deal as well. We should move towards this direction. It's only good.
They still need to make a deal with Canada.
Yeah.
Trump is putting the pressure on them. Yeah. 51st state.
Yeah, baby. That is, I read that and I was like, wow, that is incredible.
It's good. Hopefully it keeps going. The Fed decided not to lower the rates.
Interest rates, you're saying?
Interest rates, because they're still concerned that maybe some inflation will take place. We'll see.
But Trump said that you were late on raising them. Now you're late on lowering them. Let's get things moving. And I don't know much about that.
I don't know what the interest rates are for buying a house right now.
I think they're around like 6.5%.
They're not great.
I mean, I don't think interest rates need to come back down to the 2% that they were, which was ridiculous. But, somewhere between 4 to 5 would be nice. And that would really spur the economy, because there's people out there that are certainly not going to move if you have a 2.5.
That's exactly the position I'm in. When my wife and I bought our house right after we got married, we have a conventional loan that is 3.25%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the time, we just freshly had gotten married. We were owned our business, so we didn't have like a salaried income from a company. I mean, it was and we got that. So if we go and we move to another house that's bigger, it's
almost double the interest rate.
And at the time we bought our house, the housing market wasn't. It had inflated a little bit. It had blown up a little bit, but not to the degree that things are now. If we were to go and move into a house that was bigger for our family and it cost $100,000 more, I mean, our payment is just crazy only because of the interest rate. We can't make that move simply because of that.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm not asking for the stimulus money. The only thing I have to say about not the stimulus money, the rebate money, is if you, and I'm still kind of forming my opinion about this, but since Trump was in office, if you were hemming and hawing and saying everything he did was bad, everything he did was evil, he's going to destroy America, not a timid fear, but you were like actually against every single thing he had done, should you be getting that money? I would say yes. But if you do get that money, you can't say a thing negative for at least a month.
I don't know about that. They're still going to yell and scream.
But I'm saying, but you get what I'm trying to...
Yeah.
You should realize, hey, I was really against this, but now my family's getting $2,400.
So when Trump comes out and says everyone that voted for me gets $600, you're going to be okay with that?
I wouldn't be okay with it, but you see not that I am actually saying I want that to happen, but I think that there needs to be maybe some eyes open to the fact of the whole entire time I was hemming and hawing and hateful and all this stuff, and now you're given money, not out of just thin air, or not of I'm gonna just print some money and hand it to you. There's a reason, a rhyme and a reason behind it. Maybe you should just lighten up a little bit.
And the border is like
border crossings, I think,
are down to like last month 125 people
overall.
Where month after month after month before Trump got in office, it was hundreds of thousands of people coming across the border. So, hey,
it's good things.
Yeah,
and that's what I was trying to say last week. It's good things. I'm happy. I hope things keep moving in that direction. And you never know.
Cigar's good.
But I think the reason why this is all happening with trade deals because everybody's on the Epstein list. Just kidding.
That's a whole nother debacle.
We're not. We're gonna wait for actual stuff to come out before we try to.
Good.
We're gonna be good. But anything else to talk about?
What do you got, Joe? Actually, I was kind of excited. I got another story about my wife.
Well, last week, I'm pretty sure you slept on the couch.
Well, a couple of nights, but so you have a conversation. The hall pass theory
in school.
No.
Hall pass.
Like when a married couple or a couple, they can have a hall pass. A hall pass means they have one chance, you have one person on your list.
Oh, one celebrity or something.
Yeah.
What? Okay, go ahead.
And that you can...
So you had this conversation with your wife?
So it came up, we started talking about it, and I'm like, hey, you think we could have a hall pass stuff? And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. She's like, and I know what your hall pass is going to be, and because... Jennifer Love Hewitt, I've always had a crush on her since she was in the show Party of Five back in the 90s, we're the same age. And
very good genes.
She has good genes. So that's my hall pass. I'm like, yeah, that's my hall pass. So
and she agreed?
So she did. And I'm like, so Jennifer Love Hewitt, let's talk. But then I stopped for a second right when I was about to ask her, well, who's your hall pass? Because she agreed to this pretty quickly. And I'm like, who's your hall pass? And she's like, well, the guy with the dark hair and pretty tall, 5 doors down, that's my
That backfired real quick.
I was like, wait. No.
Wait, the guy that cuts our grass?
The mailman? Well, are you sleeping on the couch tonight?
No, but...
Oh, I guess not.
Yeah.
When this comes out, he might.
Yeah, right?
It all depends upon what happens. I got to find out who this guy is 5 doors down. I'm like, which side?
Yeah.
Well, if Jennifer Love Hewitt doesn't work for you, I'll take her.
Yes. But I think she's probably debating between the guy 5 doors down or Rachel McAdams.
Wasn't that that was a band, 5 doors down, or three doors down. 3 doors down, wasn't it?
I think it was a band, yeah.
But this is 5 doors down, so I have to do this. Conversation was last night. I was kind of scoping it out.
Let's hope the guy 5 doors down doesn't listen.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thank you everybody for watching and listening.
Subscribe, comment. We want to hear from you, and so awesome. And like I said, we are 984 subscribers away from 1,000.
Yes. When we do that, we'll be dancing.
We will be dancing.
All right.
Have a good one.
Right.
Cheers.
Bye.